So last week, Cory Booker broke the record for the longest filibuster in history, and he lasted 25 hours without eating or going to the toilet. And it got me thinking, how long could a human being physically be able to do this, and could it theoretically shut down the government indefinitely? Now in the UK, there is a time limit on how long a filibuster can be, but in America, there's less rules around this. But in America, there is a way that they can stop a filibuster, but in general, it lasts as long as you can last. Now, there aren't many rules for the filibuster. The main one is we have to speak on a topic or topics of your choice. And someone once spoke for 15 hours just on recipes. And the only other rules are that once you stand up, you can't sit down, you can't go to the toilet, and you can't eat. Otherwise, you end up yielding your time and it stops. Now, there are a few barriers to how long you could physically last, but a few of them are a bit easier to overcome than others. Now, the first one is that you're not allowed to eat. Now, this one's quite easy to overcome because you could just have a liquid diet, and you could get all your nutrients from just meal replacement drinks. Now, the fact that you're not able to sit down is a bit of a tricky one. Now, the only ways around this that I could think of is that if you install like a portable seat in your trousers. But alternatively, there are politicians who have to use a wheelchair, so if they allowed them to do the filibuster from the wheelchair, this could lengthen the amount of time that they could last. Now, not being able to go to the toilet is quite a big challenge. And the only ways around this that I could think of is that if you had a medical condition that required you to have a catheter and a colostomy bag, and you could easily change this yourself whilst talking. Now, the biggest barrier would be sleep, because human beings can only last so long without sleep. But there is a way of dealing with this. So as part of a filibuster, you can accept questions from colleagues, and these questions can be as long as they want, as long as it's in the form of a question. Now, the smallest amount of sleep that a human being can function on is 2 hours of sleep. And if you follow something called the Uberman polyphasic sleep pattern, which is 2 hours of sleep a day, which is split into 6 20-minute sleep sessions throughout the day. So if you accepted a question from your colleague and they spoke for 20 minutes, and during that time you slept, and you then woke up and answered the question, then you could in theory carry this on forever and shut down the government indefinitely.